What's up, everybody? Leone here today with another video review for you. Quick update real quick. Just so you know, I'm going to be getting a new camera and new audio starting around Christmas time. So bear with the bad audio because the microphone is not working with my software. So I got to get new software, new camera, and stuff like that. So bear with these videos. They will get better within the month. By Christmas the latest, everything will be fixed. So nonetheless, today we're doing a review for another sub-ohm tank. Yes, another sub-ohm tank. Today's sub-ohm tank that we're looking at is the Herakles Hydra, and it's a little mini sub-ohm tank. So it's a little different than most that I reviewed. This is the smallest sub-ohm tank that I've reviewed and used. I'm gonna have a quick vape on it. And the performance off it's been pretty nice so far. I've been using it for a little over a week now, and I got it from vapordna.com, and I paid $29.99 for this. And you can shop around, look for coupon codes and stuff. You may find it cheaper. Actually, I have seen it cheaper other places. I just can't remember. But I personally paid $29.99 from vapordna.com. And what is it? It's a sub-ohm tank. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The specs on it. You're going to want to know the specs on it. So specs, so quick specifications. It's a 20 millimeter diameter tank, which makes it one of the smaller sub-ohm tanks out there. 2 mil capacity for eliquid, very small juice capacity. Now this one's made of stainless steel and glass construction. Fully adjustable dual airflow control, copper 510 connector, wide bore stainless steel drip tip, and it's available in 3 different accent colors. And when I say accent color, I mean these little rings here, the accent rings. Red, black, and stainless. So those are the quick specs on it. Let's go down to the table. Let's take a quick look at this device and show you all the features. Alright, everybody, so here we are up close with the Herakles Hydra Tank here. That's the packaging it's going to come in. Some info there. Some info about the tank on the back, the website, authenticity code. Then you open it up and you slide out the little tray here. And you're going to get the tank, extra glass section here, and another coil. One is pre-installed. Then you're going to get a little operation guide here on how to fill and replace the coil and things like that. And also specifications on here and all that good stuff. So anyways, the tank itself. You're going to get 2 coils. You're going to get the 1.8 ohm regular kanthal coil here. I have used this one a little bit. I just put it right back so I could show you. You can see the hole down the center. And you got 4 juice flow slots here on the side. It says 1.8 ohms there, if you can see that. And then it will say 15 to 50 watts recommended. There's the bottom pin on it. Now I'll show you the tank, and I'll show you the nickel coil also before we get done with this. So here's the tank. It's a 20 millimeter in diameter tank, so it's going 20 around here. It's going to look really good on something like an ice stick 20 watt if you use the 1.8 ohm coil, but you're probably going to need more power than that. So something like the ice stick 40 watt with TC. It'll look really good on that. It's a really small tank. It's only got a 2 mil capacity for e-liquid. Let's look at the airflow real quick here. You have 3 different options. You got this one here, which is the widest it gets. And you have, obviously, the same on the opposite side. So it's dual airflow, and then you just turn it, and it will click. There you go. And you got that one right there. Same thing on the other side. And then you got this one here. This is the second largest. This is the smallest. And then here is the widest. And then let's start tearing this little bad boy apart. And here you go. You got a copper 510 pin. I believe it to be copper. You can tell by the tarnishing of it. I've only used it for a little over a week now. 510 threading. And then your coil will screw into the base right here, just like so. Unscrew that so I can show it to you. And here's the nickel coil. It does say right there, NI200, 0.2 ohms. Again, 4 juice flow holes there, same type of pin as we have in the 1.8, and the hole in the center is about the same as the other ones. Actually, it is exactly the same diameter hole there through the coil. So that's the nickel coil. Then you have your glass here. I'm not sure what kind of glass it is. It just feels like a Pyrex glass tank here. You have this rubber gasket here, and it came off of one of the sides. This rubber gasket right here will go up against here because the gasket, I believe, just came right out of there. So this side's going to go this way. Then you have this section here, which has these holes in it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 holes, I believe. And it's got threading and it threads into the base. And your coil is actually sitting inside of here. And then that lets juice into the coil. And then here's where you're going to fill it at. It's a top fill, so the top just unscrews. You have 2 slots there, one to put juice, e-liquid in, and then the other one's going to let the air out so you don't flood. Then you do get this drip tip that also comes with it. It's got like a Delrin, Durlin, however you want to say it. I always get corrected on that. Insert here, and actually that comes out too. It does, this Delrin, this piece here does come out. It goes all the way through a drip tip. You can see it in there. It just keeps the drip tip from getting hot. I haven't had it get hot on me at all. It does come out, but I can't seem to get it out right now for some reason. Probably because it's really wet. And then, yeah, let me put it back together and show you again how it goes together, and we'll go up top. Just screw in your nickel coil or your regular coil, whatever you prefer to use. And then glass section. And then you take this guy, and that just screws in like so. There's a gasket in here to prevent from cracking the glass. That's it. And then screw your top cap in. Just threads in. Threading on this seems to be fine. No issues with it. And pop your drip tip in. And you're good to go. Obviously, fill it up. Obviously, you'd want to fill it up. But anyways, it's fully assembled. So let's go up top. Let's vape on it and tell you what I think about it. Alright, so there you go. Up close and personal with it. You saw the features and specs on this little guy. Yeah, it's a small little tank, as you saw in the close-ups. It's good, you know, it's a good stealthy sub-ohm tank. If you're looking for a small stealthy sub-ohm tank and you don't mind filling it often, this would be a good buy. Otherwise, I mean, it's kind of a run-of-the-mill sub-ohm tank. There's nothing fantastic about it. There's nothing not great about it. You know, it's kind of just right in the middle of the road. The flavor is, you know, pretty good. Just like most average sub-ohm tanks. Nothing special, nothing to scream home about. Yeah, it's got 3 different airflow slots that you can do. It does come with the 1.8 ohm coil and the nickel coil. The nickel coil should only be used on temp control mods, obviously. And the 1.8 ohm coil is just a higher ohm coil, which I assumed is for the mouth-to-lung vapors, which is actually why I was intrigued to this tank to see if the mouth-to-lung function on here would be any good. I did slap the 1.8 ohm coil in there. I took probably used it for about 3-4 hours side by side with my K-Fun with the same juice I had in my K-Fun, and the draw on here just is a little uncomfortable. It's still a little too loose. It's really close to being a good mouth to lung, but I can still take lung inhales off that small hole, and it's not that small because you got 2 of them. Really good flavor if you are doing lung inhales off it, but as far as mouth to lung goes, it's just still too loose. I find you have to, it's just a struggle to vape like that. I mean, you can, but it's very uncomfortable. Definitely, in my opinion, maybe for some it's fine, but in my opinion, it's too loose for mouth to lung, and it's mainly a lung inhale tank. So if you are looking for a mouth-to-lung tank, I wouldn't suggest this one. If you're looking for a good cloud chasing little setup, I would suggest this one. Some things I don't like about it. The airflow. Again, if they put a smaller hole in there, this could have been good for mouth-to-lung vaping. The biggest airflow on here, it's loose. It's more than adequate enough for lung inhales. It's got just a slight restriction to it, but it's still really good. I don't know if you could hear that, but it whistles like you wouldn't believe. It whistles like a locomotive coming into the station. And it's quite annoying at the biggest. And then if you go down to the second biggest slot, it's got a little less whistle, but still whistles. A lot of the whistle goes away on that setting. So I use it right in the middle just because the whistle annoys me, even though I like it fully open. I hate that whistle. So that's really, it's bothersome to me. Really, besides for those two things, I have no other cons with this. I like the size. I'm a stealthy vapor. I like smaller tanks, smaller devices. That's just me. Again, it's a preference of my own. Things I like. It's top fill. And not only is it top fill, when you do fill it from the top, it doesn't gurgle, doesn't leak. So it's very easy there. Just unscrew your cap, and I'm going to actually put some juice in here, and unscrews just fine. Take any bottle, basically, and just shoot your juice down there. No problem whatsoever. Then screw your cap back on. You don't even have to close the airflow off. At least I haven't had an issue with leaving it open. No gurgles, no gurgle whatsoever. Just perfect. The drip tip on it, I like it. It's insulated with the Delrin, Durlin, whatever you want to call it. And it doesn't get hot on me or whatsoever. And I'm using nickel coil. And nickel coil has been working surprisingly well. I don't usually prefer nickel, but it came with it, so I did use it. It came out to 0.24 ohms. And it's I got it at 510 degrees Fahrenheit at 40 watts on a DNA 40, and it's really good. It's satisfying. And the flavor is just subpar. The other thing I forgot to mention in the con section is it does give you a little bit of spit back. Not much, not enough to discourage me from using it, but I do get a little bit of spit back here and there, and I taste the juice in the back of my tongue. So that's that. That's really it. There's not really much to say. I mean, do I recommend it? Do I not recommend it? I recommend it if you're looking for a small, stealthy lung inhale tank, you know, a nice little sub-ohm tank there. Sure, it's fine. And if you like to use it with nickel coils and temp control, it's fine. I personally have enjoyed using it. If you are looking for a mouth-to-lung tank, definitely don't recommend it for that. But otherwise, it's just another it's just another sub-ohm tank, just a smaller one than we're used to. Very short juice capacity, so if you are filling it quite often, if that doesn't bother you, then there really isn't an issue, and maybe you should look into it, because you may be able to get it for $24-25 if you got a coupon code. Don't forget, Black Friday, Cyber Monday are both coming up, and there's always great vape deals around this time of year. I know I'm saving all my money for those 2 days, because I'm going to get myself a lot of stuff, and I'm very excited. So that's about it. That's my review for the Sense Hydra Tank. I hope you all found this a little bit helpful. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, you know, post them below. I'll get back to you. I'll put the subscription link down here in this corner like always. And till next time, live well and vape on.